Welcome to Midland Trail Elementary School.
My favorite things about kindergarten are doing centers, being on the smart board, and doing computers.
We like to do math and do some activities and go to recess and have some lunch and dinner. I like to work and I like my teacher.
Is your child ready for kindergarten? Life skills are a set of skills that students need in order to get along with their classmates and in daily life. Life skills are taught by lots of repetition and patience. The top 5 social skills that are important for kindergarten are: Number 1, understanding the difference between right and wrong. For many children, before schooling begins, the only authority figures that they have to be accountable to are mom and dad. Once kindergarten starts, that changes. All of a sudden, there are brand new rules to follow. Understanding the difference between right and wrong helps students understand that the rules help the classroom community to run smoothly. Number 2, can communicate needs and feelings verbally in a socially appropriate manner and recognize people have feelings. One of the most important functions is to teach children how to interact with others. Number 3, playing independently or in a small group. As kindergarten progresses, group and independent work time is increased, and students need to be able to work on their own without constant redirection.
There are many tools that we use in kindergarten to help us learn. The pencil box is where your child will keep the tools that we use the most often. Your child will use scissors to work on their fine motor skills, so make sure you buy a good pair of scissors. Fisker are the best. Your child will be using lots of crayons, pencils, and glue sticks throughout the year, so make sure you check the supply list to see how many of these things we will need. The 3-ring binders are very useful for daily communication between parents and teachers. They do wear out because they are used daily, so they may need to be replaced during the year. There needs to be a clear pencil pouch in the binder so that the teacher can easily see small items that need to be sent to school, such as lunch money envelopes. Your child will also need a backpack. Please make sure it's big enough to hold the 3-ring binder. Children like to practice writing letters, numbers, sight words, and more on the small dry erase boards, so we need plenty of dry erase markers. Your child will be able to use the broad tip markers for special projects.
Some of the things your child will learn in language arts in kindergarten are letter names, letter sounds, rhyming, sounding out 3-letter words, and reading simple text. We learn language arts in many fun and exciting ways. We listen to stories and discuss them. We read books to ourselves, to each other, and in small groups. We work on literacy programs on the computers. We work in small groups with a teacher. We practice writing in journals. We work on literacy centers and games where we practice what we have learned.
In kindergarten, math is an early introduction to numbers, concepts, and math vocabulary. Using a hands-on approach, your students will explore the following common math concepts throughout the year. They'll be recognizing numbers 0 through 20, as well as learning to write them. They'll be counting all the way to 100 by 1s, by 5s, and by 10s. Your students will be identifying 2 and 3D shapes. They'll be having understanding of the concept of patterns and the patterns around us. They'll be sorting by different attributes. They'll sort by their size, by shape, and by color. They'll be using a daily calendar telling the days of the week, the months of the year, and they'll also have an understanding to the beginning of measurement, measuring the height, the length, and the weight of things using non-standard measurement.